Hi, I'm Chris, and I'm going to talk about the Traders and Barbarians expansion to the Settlers of Catan. So the Traders and Barbarians expansion adds a lot to the game. There's like 9 new different ways to play the game. So I'm going to talk about just one of the new scenarios. It's called the Caravans. So what's new to do? The main new thing is the Oasis Hex. It replaces the Desert Hex. Everything else is distributed randomly, but the Oasis will always be in the center. You still have the Robber. He just starts the game off the board instead of in the desert. So the other new thing is all these little camels. At the end of a turn, whenever a new settlement or a new city is built, at the end of that turn, a camel is going to come out. So camels will come out from one of these 3 arrows originating from the Oasis, or a camel will come out touching one of these arrows, or connected to an existing camel. So camels, they get placed kind of like roads do in between hexes like that. So what benefit do camels get? Any settlement or city that's between 2 camels, just like this one is, it's worth an extra victory point. Also, any roads that are on camels, they're worth 2 as far as determining who has longest road. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 road length, and that player would qualify for longest road. So how do you decide where these camels come out? Well, that's one of the interesting things. You determine where the camel comes out by bidding wheat and sheep resource cards. So starting with the current player, if a settlement or city was built, at the end of that turn you would start a bidding round. Starting with the current player, then going around, every player would have one and only one chance to bid wheat and sheep resources. So you simply place them face up in front of you, then it would go around, other players would have a chance to bid. Whether you win the bid or not, all of the resources that you bid are going to go back to the bank. So you get to place the camel if you have more bids than all of the other players combined. If no one has more bids than all the other players combined, then if 2 or more players have more than all the other players combined, then those 2 players get a chance to mutually agree where to place the camels. If they can't come to a mutual agreement, then the player who simply has the most bids gets the place, as opposed to a majority and more than all the other players combined. If there's a tie, then it simply goes to the current player gets to choose where the camels go. So that's pretty much it for rules. It's a real low impact scenario, so not a whole lot of new rules to learn. So it adds some interesting new decisions on how to manage your wheat and sheep. Makes it a lot tougher, those decisions, because you're not going to be able to win every vote, and you got to really have a good timing on deciding when you're going to bid those resources. So if you think this looks interesting, you're really going to like Traders and Barbarians, because I would say out of the 5 new scenarios, this is a good scenario, but it's the weakest considering the strength of the other scenarios. So if you think this looks interesting, there's a lot better stuff that you're going to really like inside of Traders and Barbarians.